Yeah. Hey, love.
Hey, Sugarfoot. Look, we was actually on time today. Look at this
I
right here.
know.
We are on
Look,
time, acting like we
it's,
ain't got no sense. I
it's
ain't
been a
even mad at
wild
this.
day. Look,
Listen,
it's been a wild day,
we are
but
out
a
here.
good one. As we should be. As we should be.
1 second, I'm trying to get everybody logged in here.
Same,
Am I
same.
live right now? Let me see. Let me see. I'm live. It
Okay,
shows that
good.
I'm live. Shouts out. Hi,
Yay.
Miss Leslie.
Hey, Miss
Shouts out to
Leslie.
Roslyn. We're going to be talking about something special here, but we want to get into current events first. We got a special conversation. I'm going to yield the floor to this beautiful, beautiful young lady here. Um,
Hey, y'all.
we got some crazy stuff, y'all. Current events, current events, current events.
Wow.
You ready? Anything
So,
crazy happening?
I was in the sun for a good 2.5 hours earlier, which kind of helps my cause since my children tend to think I'm non-melanated, but we'll get back to that.
I'm cracking up.
Um,
Listen, my
they
my
had
children. Something special here. Oh, let me mute
earlier,
that.
which mhm.
My children. They're I got kind of like an Oreo cookie style situation. I got two lights, two darks, but
Mhm.
they all love the sun. They love to be chocolate drop. They like to be burnt, but they hate
Mm,
lotion.
horrible.
They
Lotion is what caused my issue this morning. And
listen.
so, I don't understand how them not seeing me get ready in the morning equates to me being white because I've never ashy by the time they
That's
get to me.
offensive.
It
You need to
is,
talk to
but
them
this
about
is
that.
I did, and I will continue to do so. And so, yeah, as in my household, we have a mantra: "Greasy girls are happy girls." That's how we got girls to like
Greasy
get.
girls are happy girls. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Because when you ashy and you dry, and your life is not good. You know what I'm saying? Like something's wrong.
Greasy
So
girls are happy girls.
greasy girls are happy
I'm going
girls.
for it.
Yeah. So when we was trying to get them lotioned up and get ready for their ceremony today, they was questioning why they ain't never seen me lotion up. Like I ain't up hours before they are. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was called white. And then I had to explain
Ooh,
to them, yeah, flat out, yeah.
ooh.
Um, I had to then go into a whole explanation about how melanin works and that black can be a lot of different colors, and then it went left. So I just had to stop the conversation because I can't explain what I'm not. I'll put it like that, but I can't explain what I am. In the
Listen,
meantime, they got in total 11 awards today.
shouts out to
First
him.
grade ceremony. Yeah.
Shouts out to him.
Both of them
Academia.
got principal honor roll,
Mm.
among other things, and I'm just so proud. So
Listen,
proud.
we are coming up on the end of the school year 2024, and I don't know if you guys have really been paying attention, but we're halfway through the year. So with that said, shouts
How?
out, right? Shouts out to college graduates. Shouts out to high school graduates. Those who are elevating, those who are promoting themselves. Keep going. A
Absolutely.
lesson that, and shouts out to Coach Wooten. I wasn't even going to do this, but I saw that Coach Wooten, um, my long time track coach, coach. How I'm speaking now, I wish that I'd have paid attention when you were giving me the lessons that I have today. They apply now. I wish I knew them then. Shouts
Mm-hmm.
out to him and shouts out to Ira, chaotic Nelson, chaotic flame. Listen, who
Yeah.
Ira, you are dope. Shout out to
You
our
are so
first official donation. I'm not gonna tell y'all the value of said donation, but y'all listen. We give y'all nuggets, and that man subsidized his platform to allow us to grace y'all, and he's also supporting us. So shouts out. I'm still tagging
shouts out.
people, but we have an interesting conversation going on. We gonna get right into it. Rare Sense, can you
Absolutely.
please? Oh, I'm sorry. One more shout out. We
Yes.
had the forefront music. the intro
Mhm.
music by none other than
Mr. 706.
Mr.
That's my homeboy.
706.
That's my
Listen,
homeboy. Name of that song was "Them Things." He out here trying to let these girls know they cheeks.
them
Them cheeks
things.
we be making him happy. So, ladies,
Listen,
it's sundress season. We gonna give him some of them things to watch while he go about his hard working day.
y'all better put some goddamn lotion on. Greasy is good. Listen,
Greasy girl is a happy girl.
greasy girl's a
Amen.
happy girl. Grease them knees.
Mm.
But anyway, we
And
are
the
out
ankles
here.
and the feet. And the ankles and the feet.
It's the toe
Look,
knuckle. It's the big toe knuckle. They forget. You know what I mean? That
that
don't look
part.
like
Everything
been
all the way down to the ankle shining
that's
and
been
then the
their
foot.
anti-lock brake system. But anyway, we're getting right into it. We're gonna, speaking of putting a halt to things, can you let us know what this beautiful topic's about to be? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna say it because if I say it, I'm gonna get punched in the throat. I don't want no smoke, y'all.
Our topic today is submission.
Mm,
We are taking some time out to
mm.
we've taken some time out to understand that we all probably got some addictions. We've taken our time out to understand that we need to forgive others and ourselves. So
Mm.
now what we're going to do is move this river right along to the next bend in the road, which is submission. It's
Hmm.
something we hear so much about, right? We hear
Don't
so
you fucking cuss at me, goddammit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
you're fine. You hear all of these different pundits talking about how women are too masculine and they don't know how to submit to their husband and blah 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 blah. Precious said she's out. She gone. Love you, Presh.
Listen, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, like, submission and that idea. I apologize. Let me start off as man. No press. You better keep your ass here.
That part.
Let me start off as a
Hey,
man.
Shaka.
Shaka shouts out to apologize to women who have been abused by the idea of submission.
Because it's not what you
Let
think.
me apologize to women and those who've been misconceived and misled that the idea of submission means that somebody has a boot on your neck.
Mm.
I'd like to apologize to
Hey,
those that
Lalo.
think that submission means that you have no say, no voice, no action, no nothing. I apologize for that. We're going to get into the word submission, and I promise you'll have a better understanding.
Absolutely. I love you too, Cuzzo.
Listen,
Lalo, of course I remember you. You was the only one that had my back. Anyway, we'll talk in a minute. Anywho, so
Beantown, I freaking love you. You Beantown?
yeah, I'm Beantown. Boston all day. Oh
Shouts out.
yeah, chowder there, cuz chowder.
Well, we're
Um,
going to get into it. What is submission, y'all? What is submission? What is it?
so
Who is it? Shit. We're here. Where we at?
okay, so in my mind, there's one condition that is needed for a woman to submit. And I know a lot of women are going to say, oh, no, he's got to earn it. He's got to be this, that, the third, blah, 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 blah. But for you as a woman to submit to a man, any man, because they're all authority figures by rights of nature, he has to submit to God. And see, this is where the problem comes in, where submission equals control for some people, and that ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
Submission equals disrespect, and that ain't it.
That ain't it.
If a man is submitting to a higher power, understanding his place in the world, in the household, then a woman can have no and should have no problem with submitting to him. Yes, Precious. That's exactly what I'm saying. She said it's equal opportunity for both parties, not a dictatorship. You're absolutely
First said
right.
I'm out to a couch to sit down to make sure I talk shit from the sidelines. That's listen. And if I can add a perspective just so we have a foundation to build ourselves around. Submission, noun, the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will of or authority of another person.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, the action. Oh, that's
Yeah, it's gonna get
action
crazy.
of presenting a proposal, application, or other document for consideration or judgment.
Mm-hmm. Because anytime you're submitting something, it is for judgment. And see, this is what people don't like. They don't want to hear the criticism and the judgment based on what they submitted.
As a grown person, that kind of hit me a little bit different. I'm like,
right. Mm-hmm. So people think that I hate Kevin Samuels, which I don't. May he rest in peace. I just feel that he wasn't talking about the proper information. If you're giving relationship advice and you're not telling truly to people what it is that they need to do to understand submission, then you're not helping the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Women don't submit to men because they're tired of men abusing the idea, as you stated in the beginning.
I'm cracking up at this fucking comment, right?
Look, that's my cuz. I love him.
Get these shows off. I'm sorry. That show was funny. Go ahead.
He's a mess. So it really does fall back to that, as well as the other side of the coin, which is some of y'all wasn't raised. Some of y'all don't have no fucking home training. Now,
shit. Pull that mic close. You better pull that goddamn mic close.
When we talking about it, we gonna talk about it. Okay, we gonna talk about it. Some of y'all wasn't raised, so you don't understand how to take criticism and use it constructively to better yourself. And so, and therefore, if a nigga tells you you're too old, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that, and you want that specific nigga, then you might want to go take his criticisms and turn yourself into that to be happy. I know that sounded crazy, right? But that's what she wants.
I often ask, and it could be man or woman, because I think that in order for a man to be able to serve and surrender, then they have to learn what submission is. Because right. So we have to learn really the ideas, and it's like, what's your home training? And that shit hit. So because where is the idea and where's your standard?
Right.
Most people who have no home training don't have an idea that a standard has to stay consistent.
Right.
You can't have a person say jump up to 8 feet, and when they jump up to 8 feet, you raise it to 8.8. Like, that's not a standard. That's you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's a false sense of reality you deal with. And at that point, for me, when I deal with submission, and I said this, I think it was episode 2, and I'm going to find that and I'm going to repost it. I don't expect a person to fall in line with what it is that I do.
Right.
But I look at a person to understand and acknowledge my order. And what I mean by that, and I'm going to be very clear, that does not mean concede to it.
Correct.
What that means is, if you're going to be here to help me, know what the hell you're helping.
Okay. So before we can even get there, we have to address this idea that women can be bosses and submissive at the same time.
Ooh.
Because if you don't know your motherfucking role and shut your motherfucking mouth, like The Rock said, hey E, how you gonna help anybody?
I'm not saying this, y'all. Hey, man.
I'm saying it because I feel like my good friend here would get ostracized for saying what I'm saying, even though what I'm saying is true and it should be coming from the men.
Hey, hallelujah. Hey, man,
I feel like before we can get to the idea of whether or not you want to make the honest choice to stay and help, you need to understand what help means.
Listen, let me go ahead and brush my Anthony Hamilton real quick. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to. You go ahead and you.
I mean, again, there's a natural order to things. And one of the things William is always getting on me is me with my small feminine shield trying to jump in front of big male problems. Yeah, I love
I
you
receive it.
too,
I
baby.
didn't even know you
Look,
even heard that. Listen,
no,
I'm here for it.
I did. And I'm not gonna go too hard on them, E, but they gotta learn and see. Maybe if it's coming from us as the part of the community, as the woman, as the mother, maybe people will start listening. If you don't know what your role is as this man's equitable partner, then how do you help? And at what point do you sit your ass down and learn your position? Because it's not hard to help, but you cannot be two things at one time. You can't serve two masters. I personally have to get up every day and go to work to make sure my bills get paid because I do not have a leader in my family, which means that I have to be masculine and I have to be hard and I can't take no shit and I'm out here grabbing air on a regular basis. Okay? How do you then come in the door at home where you're supposed to be peaceful and submissive and ready to serve? How do you turn that off? And at what point are we as women willing to sit down and say, okay, it's fucking bipolar and something's got to give? So either let me be a boss, but be by myself, or let me submit to a man so I can do it fully. And this is where the 50-50 argument is confused because you can't do both.
It's really, and for me, it's about concentration. And when we focus on the idea of concentration, I try to explain it the best I can in a manner of making like Kool-Aid. You know, do you use a gallon of Kool-Aid mix per gallon of water? No, you don't. It takes a small concentration of the mix to make the water become something different. So if I say I'm thirsty and I want some juice and you give me everything, then you've essentially given me nothing at all.
Right, because all you did was ask for juice.
I just wanted juice. And if you were wise, you'd understand that likely I need water and you would have quenched my thirst. That's submission. That's understanding that there's a blueprint and there's a standard to that blueprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you forget 5, you cannot get to 7. You got to get to 6. And what that feminine voice for me, what it allows me to do is it allows for that gentle reminder, William, take your time. Because William, if you fuck with William will pull up concrete to get what William needs and fuck how you feel about it.
And fuck how you feel.
But I had to learn that I have to be gentle. I have to pay the bill even when the bill is not meant to be paid. I have to make sure that say, hey, do I measure 1,000 times? Although I know I should still measure at least 500 times. That's equity. And that still voice allows a lot of people's lives to be saved.
Yeah.
Because if you have a person unwilling to submit, they're going to be complaining that they need a voice to be heard in this world and not recognize the people listening to them.
Say it again, baby. You said a thing. You over here preaching and you didn't even know.
Cash App. William I take Zelle too. Don't fuck around with me. So and again, when you decide to be more than what you're designed to be, and it doesn't mean that you can't go above and beyond. Nobody's saying that. But when you're going out of your order and out of your design, and you begin to complain about things that aren't even in your place.
Absolutely.
Why as women in my life, I can't speak for anybody's life, are you complaining about the man that hurt you and I didn't? Rather than let's focus on what it is that's causing us our dissension. Because if I inhale and exhale, that doesn't mean I'm about to crack you in your mouth. That
But
just
it
means that I have acknowledged what you said, and it is now offsetting what it is that I have once believed. Now I have to consider you into my belief system.
right. So with that being said, that inhale and exhale, if their core memory is the next thing coming is a crack to the mouth, people don't necessarily recognize or try to mediate their own triggers a lot of the time,
Hmm.
right? And one of the things I'm fond of saying at this point in my journey is that if I'm pulling a trigger, I'm shooting somebody.
Absolutely. I remember
You
you
know,
said, I've seen it and I've heard it.
mm-hmm.
Listen.
Because if
Hmm.
once I'm triggered, it's over from there. Like there,
Yeah, yeah.
I need a moment, and because otherwise it's gonna get ugly. And so and therefore, like when people don't understand their own makeup and they
Hmm.
don't recognize that the cognitive dissonance that they are experiencing through trauma is putting them back in a situation that isn't happening,
Hmm.
how can they be submissive?
So for me, what helps was man, while I'm talking, can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Shaka wants to come on.
Oh
Shaka,
yeah,
the Shaka, I think the link is in the background or in a back chat.
it's not.
No, it's not. Throw
Mm-mm.
that link in the back chat. Shaka always kind of has an interesting perspective on this, and I'm interested in what he has to say. But my experiences, and they yield me health and value, but the representation's not here. When that question comes, and I got a couple questions on Instagram as well. Oh shit, I didn't add you on here, Kristen.
That's okay. That's all right. We still
They
got
are
time.
acting a fucking fool on Instagram right here. It is wild. I
Talk to him.
apologize, IG
Talk
family.
to him. Hey,
Listen,
IG
but
fam.
but for
We not
me,
ignoring y'all. We just in the moment.
for me, what I have learned, and being where I am today, is that um I cannot take my experiences. I can take my lessons, but not my experiences into a partnership or relationship.
Right.
I have now, if you're going to ask who I am, my resume is my experiences. If you're going to ask about this scar, my resume is my experiences. My lessons, I don't want no more scars like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach certain things different. How can I separate what? But what I want to do, what I try to do every time is, if the adversity and the results of said adverse situation doesn't yield me fruit or the fruit that I want, I'm going to try a different approach. Look at George Washington Carver. He has a million ways to plant a peanut,
Mm-hmm.
which means he's tried it several ways and deduced that there's other ways that it can be done. It's your responsibility to take each time and try something different, because inevitably something is provoking you to get the results. And to the submission, um and to the submission aspect, it's our responsibility to exercise the very thing that you want to be and try our best to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you are having trouble with your gentleness, it is man's responsibility to be gentle. It is man's responsibility to be peaceful and to be
Mm-hmm.
patient and to be faithful. And you know what they call that when they mix them all together? You know what kind of cake that's called? Stoic.
Mm.
When you find a stoic man, that stoic man understands the true nature of submission. He's not going to make you fall to the floor. He's going to do things in order. He will tell
Absolutely.
you to be quiet so that you can hear, and then he will ask you questions so that he can make you keep talking. That is a stoic man. They understand shit. They download data. They're wise. They're, you know what I mean? They're instructors, they're teachers. They're more interested on the result side of things than they are on the feeling and the pragmatic side of it.
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean they're always angry. That just means they're focused. And you fuck with them, you'll wonder why they're focused on their peace.
Hmm.
For the submission aspect, we don't need all that stuff in order for you to show that you can be peaceful. We don't need all that war. We came from it. Just be gentle. Ask how my day is doing. What can you do to make my day better? And likely, I'm not going to ask you to do much. And guess what? If I know that you do that little thing, you get all total access, which is what you desire anyway. You don't want to get in the car and only be able to drive the left wheel. No, you want the whole car. But guess what you need? You need a permit and you need a license.
Yeah.
You need to be qualified.
Shaka and Precious, the
we sent
y'all
the link.
Yeah. The link is in the back chat.
We got a couple join while we're waiting. We got a couple of them.
Hey, Press.
Is it possible? I'm going to mute you real quick. Shouts out to Press. She's always out here. Listen, my little love bug.
Shock. Absolutely.
We got one. Shouts out to Shaka. Clean and fresh. It's always the weird Joe. You don't know what to do in those moments.
Right.
Shouts out to Shaka. Like, I'm a fan of this dude.
I did get my hair cut today. So.
Listen,
you did good. Yeah, you're looking fresh today, bro.
Looking fresh as a sharp steak knife out here.
And
listen, waiting for your government check. How y'all feel about a submission? So in context, before you go ahead, Shaka, I'm going to put context on two people that are here. Yeah. We got one that is absolutely single. The absolute single, can you raise their hand?
Damn.
It doesn't. No, listen. It don't make no matter to me. I'll raise my hand. We have a married man.
We gonna have to talk.
A successfully ordered married man, and this is why I fucks with Shaka, because Shaka be talking about shit that don't nobody want to say, and I be disagreeing with you, but I be fucking with you. Yeah. Submission. What does that look like in your home, Shaka? And I'm gonna listen to what Press says too.
Yeah, I mean, submission is just it's just making an agreement with somebody else about kind of this the vices of life. It's just the vices of life that you kind of you choose to dumb down. You choose to seek less of for the sake of the whole. Mm-hmm. I mean, for in a matter of speaking, basically, women and men are submissive. A handsome man can have a wife and a few women on the side. I think submission in that aspect is being faithful through all that shit. I am submitting to this woman. But yeah, it has to go both ways. I think submission is definitely a feminine, is part of the feminine trait primarily.
Good word choice. I saw that.
Yeah, primarily. It's not like 100% and 100%, but it's just like, I think a woman is more vulnerable sexually, so their submission has deeper roots. All we have to do is put on a condom, and everything is fine outside of us being caught. But women have to deal with the downside of pregnancy, and you can't. Mm-hmm. I can get a woman pregnant and potentially have my wife never know about it. But a woman cannot just get pregnant and hide it, because they are the receivers of the egg. So men and women are different. In fact, on some crazy shit, going a little off subject, I found this out. Female dolphins usually are very promiscuous, but it only seems promiscuous at first. So what was actually going on, if a male dolphin sees an offspring of a female dolphin and knows that they never had sex with that woman, that male will kill.
Shaka, you better shut up. You did.
Oh,
That's what everyone. That's
No,
why. That's why.
Press. Wait, no, let him go, Press. Let him go.
It could be more animals.
Please,
But this is what I just
don't
learned.
let me mute you.
What
I got
learned.
you.
It's
No,
all-
Shaka, continue, please. The world needs to hear this, and I got you.
Right.
I'm lost at killed the broad. Go ahead.
The male.
We talk about dolphins, y'all. Go ahead.
Dolphins. The male will kill the baby. So with that in mind, the female apparently will sleep with every single man they come in contact with.
So her baby don't die.
As a survival mechanism.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Child.
Shaka, I'm about to throw a monkey wrench into that whole thing. Like, and it's not.
I didn't do no research. It's just some shit that I heard, and I thought it made sense.
You are actually 100% accurate. I love zoology. It's been a thing for me. I make random facts about dumb shit.
Right.
Something interesting about the only communal animal that does not do that same mannerism. Penguin.
Penguins don't do it. Penguins will not do that.
Penguins will not kill another person's offspring in order to mate, which allows for the other party to be more readily available.
Yep.
Right.
And then we have a hummingbird. Those are the only two. Those are the only two that deal with familiarity. The other ones, when we're talking about, when a lion comes in and kills da-da-da-da-da, guess what? Lions don't really do that.
Right.
Lions don't. Guess what they do? Lions will say in their own lion and cat way, is your sister available? Is your daughter available? If not, I'll come back to the next tribe. And if they're not, I can only hold on but for so long. But then that'll give the woman enough time to say, do I want to spare these kids? And she'll assess her kids. This is submission here. We're talking about submission. They will assess the kids and be like, are they potentially stronger than the motherfucker that's trying to fuck me?
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
It's all wild.
And guess what they'll do? They'll be like, nope. And that shit happen.
And leave.
But so I the reality is, let's look at gorillas. Gorillas, the inner circle of the gorilla kingdom is dominantly women.
Mm-hmm.
All female gorillas are on the inside of their herd. Babies come in or go in the center. Outside of that are the largest males. After that are the most agile males. After that are the most noble males. Right. The most noble males are the ones that be fucking all the ones in the beginning. Why? Because they have wisdom, they have strength, and they have the ability to problem solve. My responsibility is to get to the bigger ones and make sure that the bigger ones can come up here so that we can at least have community here. But the women run everything, because if the women don't scream, nobody moves. Nobody moves. But if the woman makes one sound, all hell breaks loose.
That's crazy.
Penguins are the only ones where men will sit with the egg from childhood to a certain level of adolescence. Then they'll bring it to the mother in order for the mother to remind it to say, hey, make sure you don't squish the eggs when you got to sit on them if you're a boy.
Right.
That's the only thing that the mother does for a male penguin. And then they go out and they do what they got to do. Women have more operational control over society than we give them credit for. What we try to do with the dumb usurp knowledge that we have is we put the burden of the three things that we do know onto the woman that they don't really care about. So now that they care about it, we don't know what to do with them because they kind of do it better than us.
Ain't that weird? And see, this goes back to what I was saying before about knowing your role. Like, that's one of the reasons why The Rock was my favorite wrestler, right? Because that was his tagline: know your role and shut your mouth. It's too many people trying to do too much You can't lead and then he lead. You can't. It's not never. That's two separate lines. Like
Right.
just stuff we learned in kindergarten, right? A line leader is one person. It's not multiple. It's not co-line leaders. You can't lead and then he lead. You can't. Go ahead.
And I don't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to get my last thought out. The end result of that is that nobody gets what they want. At the end result, she will look back on her life and realize that all she wanted was, and she never got a chance to attain it. Because she damaged everything in her path because she wasn't responsible with her power.
Right.
Men learn that very early. Hits hurt, don't they?
Yeah, Tinez, I think Tinez. Let's open
Martinez.
Tinez. What's up,
yeah,
girl?
I was about to get to you. Martinez, you are a single woman.
Oh no, I wasn't finding out what you were saying.
What does submission mean and look like to you? Or you want to piggyback on any thoughts? It's up to you.
Well, I'm kind of with what Kay said. Like, it doesn't matter if you believe in God or Allah, whomever you decide. You gotta have a higher power that you look up to. Because I'm not a religion type of person, but
sure,
you can't give me facts based off of nothing. That's a problem for me. That's a real problem for me. So now, if you are coming from a good place, because there's a lot of different guys out there, whatever the case may be. Now, if you have your head together, then I don't mind being your neck. You feel what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. But if I feel as though like I gotta fact check what you saying, I'm not submitting to what? Stupidity? I already did that. I'm 34. I'm 34 years old now. My thing is I'm a worldly type of person. I know a lot of stuff when it comes to the world, but when it comes to like Shaka could even tell you like I'm getting financial information from Shaka and Chaotic because I'm not really good with stocks and numbers and Bitcoin and stuff. So I told him like, yo, I'm coming to you like a baby. I'm a sponge right now, and I can say that I can be I don't have to be like a bitch with Shaka and Chaotic, and they be like, "Yo, that's wrong," because I know for a fact that they have good head on their shoulders. I don't mind being led with them financially. Now, if you're not like that, I can't. I can't.
So Precious, do you believe that trust is a huge part of submission?
You took it. Come on, Kristen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because my thing is if I can't trust you, and if I know I can't really.
Oh no.
Did we lose you, Presh?
Hey, Presh, we lost your voice. Presh.
There she goes.
We'll give her a couple moments.
That's all. We just can't hear.
But that while she's coming back on,
your audio went out.
She knows how to infiltrate a conversation. So while she's getting her music or sound together,
100%.
Trust. That was one, and you're more than welcome to come back on, Presh.
Absolutely.
You hit a question of questions. Shaka, it sucks that you're the only other person. There's two divorcees here.
Yeah.
William Alexander, one host.
Yeah.
Rare Sense, the other co-host. But it doesn't mean that we're jaded to the idea of our place and position.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely.
So literally, you have two people that legit, and we like to really fuck with you because you happen to be kind of healthy and successful in the shit that you're doing.
Yeah. But I go through my own personal nonsense.
Not sure.
We always, as far as our marriage is concerned, we gotta change the oil. We gotta fucking rotate the tires. I mean, it's just real. Teenage, you
say
back
that
up?
Shit, Shaka. Yeah, say that shit.
One, two.
Look, say that shit, Shaka, because the reality is I get sick of this whole, oh, my ring gotta cost so much. Oh, the wedding gotta be in this exotic destination, and you're divorced within 365 days because you had no clue what it took to actually work in the marriage to make the marriage work. You had all these plans for the wedding, but didn't have any plans for the marriage.
I've seen in my life, in my career. Let me be very specific. In my career, I've stepped foot, sang, performed, engaged, monitored, well over 1,000 weddings at this point.
I'm right back, y'all.
All right.
So if you
I
get
can
married,
say
I think your engagement needs to be like long enough for you to really know that person. Because when you get married and you be like, oh my God, after 6 months of marriage, you're like, I never knew this about you, bitch. We've been engaged for 3 years. It should be long until you know your
I've seen
partner.
more concern. True, Presh, absolutely. The concern to what you're saying, Presh, is that I've seen some recycled brides and I've seen some recycled
I know
grooms.
somebody on their 4th
And
marriage
dare
right
I
now.
say, I've seen a recycled bride and groom come from the same what I did their wedding and I did their wedding. Now I'm doing their wedding.
Jesus.
I've seen it all at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You've brought up an interesting point, the life after the marriage. The equality is in relationships. That's the equal part.
Yeah.
You're human, I'm human, we're figuring it. The equity comes from
is individual, absolutely.
Will you and do you? Can I, can't I? That's when the shit matters. You can't lie about that.
Well, see, here's the thing though, and this is where I feel like society has us all fucked up, right? Because they tell men to wine and dine her, flowers and candy her, you know, submit. You're basically submitting to the woman to get the woman. But then they say, correct. And then they say, now flip that when you're married, because you're the one in charge now. She no longer holds those reins over you once you put that ring on her finger. And it creates, again, this paradox, this bipolar energy that people don't even really understand that they are living in, which is why it goes bad, in my opinion.
Absolutely. So we have two different parts to that. We have manipulation and we have influence. We got two things that we're dealing with. We have the manipulative aspect and then we have the influential. The manipulative aspect is what we as men do as a result of the influential aspect of what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
The only way that Shaka or Presh, or excuse me, Shaka or myself stay completely peaceful in the home is if your baseline is peace. Why? Because we understand you go through your day-to-day adversities. We handle the exterior labor. You don't hear us complain about that. You're not built to handle the exterior labor, and it doesn't make you unqualified, but you're not built to handle it.
No,
and the other side of it is making sure that, okay, when we come in, we don't really function in the home aspect. You got to treat us the same way we treat you. When we're uncomfortable doing things in the home that we're not quite familiar with, give us the same grace when we got to sit down and listen to your coworker act like a fucking fool.
Right.
We don't really want to wash dishes. No, we don't. We will. We don't want to.
I agree with you, man, but I'll take it in a different little angle.
Sure.
For my home, it's almost like I do the dishes, but I don't do it her way, and that's a fucking problem. It's like, or I do the laundry, but I don't do it her way. So it's like it's almost like you want someone to help, but you want someone to duplicate you in some type of weird genetic scientific way. You know what I'm saying? Like you want me to be you doing the shit. And that's like, I would never say this to her face. That's all right. It's fucking stupid. The only thing I can do is what I can do. All I can do is fucking help. You know what I'm saying?
But the reality of Shaka, be honest.
What?
If she were to say, if she were to like be out of commission with her legs for a moment, can you not do exactly what she does A to Z with minimal mindset effort?
No.
I'm cracking up.
Because this is why I was laughing.
You don't know how she washes dishes?
Our home will be affected dramatically.
Oh, it would, but you don't know how she washes dishes?
Yeah, but that's not everything she does.
I'm not saying, I didn't say that.
Oh yeah, as far as washing
Do you
dishes,
know
yeah,
I'm just going by what you mentioned.
right,
Do
yeah,
you
sure.
not know how she washes clothes?
Yeah.
So
That's what's
here's the
up,
thing.
Hess.
The
Strong for
emphasis
sure.
and the feeling behind the emphasis and the feeling behind it is unnecessary for us. We don't need all that stuff. All we need is clean clothes.
Yeah.
We don't need the extra spring fresh scent.
Right.
We do the extra spring fresh scent because you like the spring fresh scent.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I would say on the other foot, if I lost my legs, can what I provide still be
duplicated?
Duplicated? And the answer would be no, because like honestly, like it's I don't even know how to put this into words, but like washing
honestly, that's the only way you can do it. Honestly.
But yeah, but like washing dishes and like cleaning clothes is something that she does primarily, but it's not what it's
not what defines her.
Okay, I think I figured it out.
Okay.
There's nothing feminine about washing clothes, although she does it. If she lost her legs, it'd be my ass. Like my son be like, "Oh, I scraped my knee." I'd be like, "Get the fuck up." And like, we need a little bit of get the fuck up and a little bit of like,
oh, the baby. Yeah. Let mommy kiss it. You need that.
But if she was bedridden, it'd just be me like, yo, what? I know you're not that hurt. Because I'm all logical and shit. So that's what we would lose in the family.
Exactly.
We would lose that feminine energy. And that's huge. And I mean, it goes to in my line of work, you have the mom or the dad go away for a while, and it's not like they're going to jail. They're leaving for the mission, a positive thing they're really leaving for. But they miss that energy, be it XY or XX, whatever, how the fuck chromosomes work. And that just
XY or XX.
Yeah,
you're
sure.
Right.
Yeah, I did say it right.
You're doing great.
So wait, Shaka, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this, right? In regards to what Shaka is saying. I think that it becomes a problem because after so many years, how do you not know how she does shit?
No, that's not even it.
Kristen, I just told
you. That's why she is special. I thought y'all bitches were special.
Shaka,
that bitch was special. What the fuck is going on?
Say it again.
I thought you guys were special.
We are
special.
You ain't gotta call us bitches though.
That's the thing.
You ain't gotta call us bitches though.
I blame the alcohol. I blame the alcohol.
No, I'm playing with you. He know I'm playing.
So the reality to Shaka, we're not putting you on the spot. But the reality is Shaka made y'all without y'all, then Red Lobster would taste like everything else. Like Chick-fil-A would taste like McDonald's. Everything would be the same if it weren't.
My point being is that we are special, right? And so I wash my dishes differently than the other women who would be around, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure there was an adjustment for men who have been married where they go from mom to wife, and it's a different outlook.
It ain't no fucking game.
Yeah. But it's getting done, and y'all have to adjust to the idea of how it's getting done being okay.
Right, Hess.
Yes.
So that's the
part not Red Lobster.
The part that gets a little tricky and it's not all, because again, we look at where married men are, the health rate and success rate of successful and healthy married men, and what we don't ask why they're healthy and successful. So if we ask Denzel Washington what makes him successful, he will turn all attributes to his wife.
Right.
Here's the secret about that situation. You don't hear about him. Why? Because she doesn't make a stink about their marriage. She focuses on the marriage. And as a result, she gets all praise and accolades. She don't need it from the world. She needs the world to hear him.
Agreed. But that would be a perfect example of submission. that would be a perfect example of her knowing her role and not overextending her idea of who she is because of who she's married to.
Had he have been like, let me get a piece of ass from Sanaa Lathan, and that y'all remember she went a little nutty.
Mm-hmm.
She fell in love with Denzel and lost her dude because she got obsessed with Denzel. Had he have beckoned to what she wanted, his empire would have fell.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't about to do that.
I thought it was too, Fresh, but either way.
It was the Fox that went crazy over 50 Cent, breaking it into his house, climbing through the window.
You know how many situations have happened when that's been a reality? She's only one of many.
Going crazy. She even put her whole career on the line.
Yeah.
That's why she's doing Hallmark and Lifetime movies.
She's one of many.
1-800 car shit.
She should have never touched her face, bro. She should have never touched her face.
Our responsibility as men, and I can't speak for those who call themselves men who really aren't, and who have fabricated ideas and really sinking foundational principle. I can't speak for them.
Right.
I speak for those who say yes is yes, no is no, and they can define what that means in their life.
Now, do y'all truly understand the bipolarity of submission and having to be the breadwinner?
Who's y'all?
Y'all, everybody here.
No. Well,
no.
Us here,
wait, repeat the question. I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
Do you understand the bipolarity? Like, it's bipolar to feel like a woman should be a 50-50 breadwinner, but also a submissive wife.
That's fair.
I see the bipolarity.
See the thing, I stand by that, because at the end of the day, like Shaka said, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this, bitches, y'all gonna get mad, but I really don't give two shits. We was born to be submissive. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The reason why we have masculinity in us is because, one, we live by ourselves and we have no choice but to suck the shit up, or two, our past experiences made us like this, or three, I got 10 brothers, 3 daddies. Yeah. It was going to happen. So submission is not taught. It's in the genes. Now, depending on who you get with, if they bring that submission out and you choose to still be a boss bitch and work, it could work out. But the thing is, the man has to understand that at the end of the day, she still has a job. She go to work. So her mentality is cut in 3 ways. One part of her mentality is on you. Another part of her mentality is her. And the other part is dealing with the motherfuckers at her job. So the same way that men are asking women to see the difference and separate it, we're asking you to do the same thing when it comes to that type of aspect. Fuck. All right, mute me.
I'm cracking up.
I'm gonna beat somebody up.
So, and to that point, I don't think that it shifts the order of who we are as men and women, but it does shift the role as to what you want to have done in the home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And go ahead.
No, it's basically just because I feel like when I say, people say, what are you looking for in a man? And I say a partner. And nobody ever understands that, right? But if I have the capability to make money, does that mean that I'm going to treat you badly, or, because I make the money? Absolutely not. And it shouldn't be the other way around when the men does it. You know what I mean? Like, it should not be a thing where the person who makes more money gets to treat the person who makes less money like a slave, right?
No shit.
Chaotic, shut up. Because that's not it.
I didn't even get to read the whole thing.
No, it's there.
No, I believe it is there.
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, with that being said, I do feel like...
Whoa. Calm down, nigga. That's what I said.
No, but our true...
I'm about to say, well,
don't put my name in that shit. Don't put my name in that shit.
In the goddamn kitchen.
Chaotic, don't do that. It's not even about that. Like I said, if not an indentured servant either, it's more so a partnership. So say, like you say you lose your legs, God forbid, right? And she has to go out and make the money. Are you going to sit there and act like housework doesn't have to be done?
No, of course not.
And here's the second part. Are you going to see her disappointed in your efforts?
Say that again.
Are you going to sit there and watch her consistently be disappointed in your efforts to do?
First and foremost,
let me speak.
Hold on, wait. Can I speak?
Yes.
No, you gonna sit and let her be disappointed, or you gonna try your best?
I always try my best, but she's always disappointed. What are the fuck you talking about?
That's
you think
not,
try my best? She'll be happy for it.
No. Here's my point. You think I'm fucking with you? Here's my point.
Let me choke on
You said that you know her operation, yet you don't find it practical to your life.
No, I think I wash the dishes how I wash the dishes. I can't be her. Remember, like,
true.
You guys are special. Like, I'm not gonna just do what I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it.
Right.
But I'll do it. Like
thank you. That's all I'm asking.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I get the kids to school, but I do it my way.
Shaka be ready to say "fuck you" to me at least 3 times when we were on interviews.
I really don't. That wives or girlfriends or live at home, whomever, knowing that they have a man who work or don't work, or maybe guys do shit half-ass sometimes. I find it weird that when you ask him to clean something, he does it, even though he don't do it the way you did it and you complain. He could have told you, no, I'm not doing it.
Right.
Like, so I understand that we have OCD type of ways, and it's just certain ways grandma and mommy taught us how to do whatever. But if he tried his best and he did it, get that man a pat on the back. You feel me? Just stop. And then if you don't like it, just go behind him and just do the little do.
And you about to mess up our next chapter called servanthood.
I hate you.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just different because I know for a fact, like, when my brothers come over or my dad and they clean up and I don't say nothing to them, but I'm happy that they did it. They did it. I'm happy that you did it. But me, soon you leave, I'm going right behind you, like.
Yeah, gotta go.
Hey, thanks for fucking up our next topic.
I'm sorry, but I just
don't listen to him.
Weird. I just find that very, very.
Are you eating a waffle?
You got bitches that's complaining. You got bitches that's complaining about niggas that don't do shit, and you complain about your man that's doing something. Pick a side. Pick a tragedy. Pick something. You want him to do it, or you don't want him to do it.
That Prince song where he said, "You just like your mother, you're never satisfied."
Yeah, I'm just like my mom. That's my shit.
Because it's true. Like, there are so many women out there that don't know what they want, so they just want to find stuff to pick at because their life is not exciting. And see, the problem I have with it is that people don't. We talked about addiction a couple of shows ago. People don't realize how addicted to drama they are. So when they get into a situation where it's a routine every day, and that drama,
truth, God damn it.
Hey, I'm gonna speak my truth now. When you get into that situation where it's a routine every day, and there's no more drama, there's no more excitement in the way of an adrenaline rush because you might have to fight abroad over this nigga, then it's let me find a way to pique my adrenaline by making an argument with you over something that doesn't need to be argued about, and that's just not a peaceful person.
I think it's more of a controlling situation. Like, y'all bitches be wanting something so bad that y'all be trying to son y'all husbands or y'all boyfriends. That's why a lot of the times that y'all be getting some ill will or mixed feelings. Like, oh, I think he this. Bitch, he thinking like that because you think he a 5-year-old, and he not. Like, don't come behind.
Like, that's not how you speaking truth.
Like, don't sweep like that. Like, bitch, this is a grown ass man.
That is a grown ass man. He is sweeping, right?
Like, they're like, I'm sorry. It's a serious pet peeve with me. I hate that. Don't control. No, it's not. Don't control the situation. If you got an issue with them doing something and you do a different way, be like, babe, watch me do it, and then do it. And if they try, 9 times out of 10 they might get it. Might take them a few times, but it's just it's like that. That really irks my nerves, yo.
The most beautiful thing to me.
Too much control. And it's not even called for. That's another thing why men think women is too masculine, because y'all think y'all need to control. Now y'all, I'm gonna say I've done it. Hey,
Press, you go ahead, yo. You go ahead, preach.
Controlling the situation, like, no, that's something that a lot of men hate. Like, y'all want us to lead, y'all want us to teach you, bitch. Give me your hand. The fuck, follow me. If you see me skipping a step, if you got questions, wait till we in privacy. Don't do that shit out loud. That's messy as fuck.
He
Y'all
fucking
just like
with you.
toxic motherfuckers.
I know he is.
I don't like that. I'm sorry.
No, I 100% agree, and I think that, and I fully believe that there's a method and a manner by the way you present any situation. And number one, you don't want to shame or guilt anybody.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
not.
At the same point, the one thing that allows me to even get to want to know you tomorrow is your ability to ask questions. That lets me know that you somebody that I can fuck with tomorrow.
But yo, Tinez, you absolutely right. I mean, it's such a hard subject, but it's like basically you saying like, yo, if a nigga tries, and I cannot duplicate you. Remember, you are the earth. You take the seed. You are who you are. You are a woman. So how you expect me to really duplicate you? But if I do the dishes, if I do the laundry, you gotta just take it. Like honestly, if I ever leave the house and I come back 6 months from now and the kids are still alive, but the house is operated a little differently, I'm like, hey, sweetheart, you did a good job. And it should be vice versa. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I believe that.
How can I expect my wife to deal with a scraped knee the way I deal with a scraped knee? How's that even possible?
Absolutely. This is how you said it. But
this is the thing, Shaka. And there's a post going around lately where it's asking women, do you want to be a wife or a husband? Men, do you want to be a husband or a wife? And it's like, at what point do we stop trying to make men submit to us? See, it's weird paradox for y'all too, because y'all have to go out into the world and be men, but then we want you to come into the house and be soft with us. And it's not. You can't reconcile the two. It's not that. And it doesn't mean you got to beat a bitch up, but you have to respect that he's a man and he's dealing with manly realms.
Shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Females got to remember the same way that you know how women be like, well, if you can help me in the house, I got to do everything. When that man steps outside of the house, he has to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
You do everything inside, he do everything outside. I'm not talking about going to the grocery store, going food shopping, going to PTA meetings. And I'm not talking about that. When he go outside, he has to protect your name, his name, the kid's name, whatever's associated to your house.
Right.
So the same way that you got to hold down your house, the same way he got to hold down his house outside. It's a spiritual house. Spiritual houses is a lot more tougher to maintain than a physical house.
Facts.
A whole lot tougher. So when young man come home from work and he just needs that 30 an hour minute, it's because them demons he brought in the house, he got to release before he engaged with his family. It's not being ignored. It's not like, oh, you don't love me. Bitch, I do love you. But the way me and my demon is talking, I'm trying to save you. So leave me alone. Let me go play my game, get on ESPN, and then after whatever how long he needs to let go, when he comes to you and he kissed you, don't be like, you ain't want to talk to me when you came in the house. You better accept that kiss and shut the fuck up.
But that's what I'm saying, Press. Some women
are so addicted. You better say that shit again. Hey, man.
Look, some women are so addicted to the drama that they don't know how to leave that outside of their house.
That's why my grandmama said, when your man come home, he give you a kiss, and then how baby, how the kids doing? Good. Then you leave him alone. If he don't give you a kiss, that means that man has a lot on his mind. That they did not start off the way he wanted to. Let him release. My grandparents had 12 kids. Something worked. The fuck?
I got you.
So,
it worked over and over again.
12 times.
Right.
But the thing is, sometimes leaving your man alone to get his mentality together is not calling that man weak. It's not saying that man is feminine. It's saying that man is letting you know, lady, the monster right now is not the monster you want. So let's, give me some space. And that should be okay. That's fine.
Yeah, Sleep made a good point, which was, once you get him in the house, if he's soft, then you're going to call him a bitch ass nigga. And the reality is, they want a man to lead and they want a man to be rough around the edges and so on and so forth. But what they don't want is to be told no and to be corrected. And I don't understand how all y'all Taki eating, bed bug having, $20 wig wearing, and you got your feet scrubbed in at least a decade. Wearing the
Spending your
cheapest
food
chapstick,
stamps on 25-cent chips.
that pot. Look, I'm sick of it because y'all act like y'all got so many standards and can't be no or be corrected, when in reality you haven't set a standard for yourself. So when you learn yourself and you understand that no is a needed thing, especially as a parent, right?
Bitches that never completed their New Year's resolution shouldn't talk shit about no man. Period.
Chaotic asked a good question, y'all. Do you study your spouse or your significant other?
My partner.
That's why I said when you get
that shit. You saw that, Kristen, right?
Yeah.
You heard it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
When you dating somebody and y'all get engaged, engagements is when you learn your significant other. Well, before that, honestly. But when you know that you about to marry that person, that's when all bets is off. That's when you got to bring out the nastiest, nitty-gritty questions of all. Because at the end of the day, that death do us part in sickness and in health is actually a thing. It's actually a thing.
Absolutely.
That's why when COVID hit, why you think everybody was going through all that shit during COVID? Because nobody knew who they was in the house with. They didn't know that Michael was like this, and Michael ain't know that Janice was like that. But now you know, after you done knocked Janice's head against the wall 4 or 5 times. Like this, you gotta learn your spouse. You have to.
We have one. I'm sorry, but real quick, we have a little thing on IG. It says "Learn Yourself," and I agree. And I'm going to touch base on that. That's from Tony Moore, 55 Philly. But go ahead, Shaka. I'm going to touch base on that. That was interesting.
Yeah, all I'm saying is like I'm gonna just disagree just a little bit, yo. Like the craziest shit about marriages and relationships is that you have to learn the new person every day. Like I mean, when I first met my wife, I was an atheist. There was so many things that was going on that was completely different, and people change like every 3-4 years. So like I'm falling in love with this new person every day. So it's like, yeah, it's good to learn what they know on some real shit, like. Oh my God, yo! Like we dealing with people change. So it's hard. But it always goes to. I always go back to just taking a leap of faith with somebody and understand and taking faith that even when you change and even when they change, be it all the domains, either physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever, all these changes, you're just always gonna be with that person regardless. That's the
absolutely.
Absolutely. Shit, I mean, the person I married is not the person that's going home with the groceries. She's different. It's all different. It's all something different, yo.
Absolutely.
It's not like, yeah, when I meet you, you got to be these certain dynamics. I get the philosophy. I get it, because why would you deal with somebody that you don't think you click with? But in reality, you just got to deal with somebody you think you can trust.
That's what it boils down to.
Boy, absolutely. You better Shaka. You gotta say that again.
Man, you got to just deal with somebody you can trust. You can trust when you can trust when you change, they won't.
And there was there's another branch over here. It talks about, again, you have to learn yourself. You have to know yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you don't do that, there's no point in understanding another person. You have no sense of understanding towards that person.
Right.
You have no, like, it's almost like you can only love a person to the capacity that you love yourself. If you're only sitting in a shallow pool, then you're only going to get shallow results.
Right.
What do they say in some branches in the military? Piss poor planning equals piss poor performance.
That's exactly what they say. Yes.
The effort that you put into it. Like, if you decide to dive deep into a person's natural, which men want to do naturally, they don't want to exist in a lot of bullshit. Men naturally don't have space, time, and matter is what we have. We ingratiate in a lot of the other stuff because we found that small moderations is actually favorable and palatable. But it is not our natural design out here. Just because we sat and watched Real Housewives that one day, We happen to have a different result as to why we got a chance to hold you, hug you, love you in that moment. And 99% chance we didn't even watch the show. We were just there in the moment.
Yeah.
Our responsibility as men, we do what it takes to decompress. However, don't hold us to your standard.
Yeah.
You got to first know what the fuck a man is first. We are not these little baby, bubbly little bears that we have to learn how to be gentle. We got to learn how to be patient. We got to learn how to be peaceful. Like, this man does war for a fucking living. And he's talking about happy family and homes.
I mean, it's balanced though, right? Like,
it is balanced, but we have to learn it. And and as men, we accept the idea of submission once you reach what manhood is. And that's why I was going to touch base on Tony. You have to know what the fuck man is first. Because man does not abuse submission. Man opens himself up to the idea of submission. Absolutely. And they are utilized properly as a result.
Yeah.
To their maximum capacity as a result. But like Shaka said, you got to trust that motherfucker first. Because you got to look at their driving record. If their driving record said they didn't ran into every pole, they didn't got a car, you don't want to open yourself up to that motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
I mean, accident prone ass bitch. Don't know what you want to deal with that all the time,
motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I think it's like trust and belief. Like so, like even when you have a bad driving record, for instance, right? I mean, gotta. If you believe that this motherfucker will stop getting into accidents, then I guess it will work. There's no great.
No, you're doing great. Shaka, it's fine.
Baby.
My son is yeah. Hold on, what's up, Pop?
I just found this on your bed.
You ain't find no potato chips on my bed. You found this on your own bed. All right. Bye.
I'll crack it up.
But nah, man.
To have a snack, Shaka. He wanted to bring you a snack.
Yeah, he on his BS. But nah, yeah, it's all about just belief and trust, man. It's just hard, Joe. You gotta take that leap of faith. Some people take the leap of faith and it works out, and then some people can you can come out of the ashes and tell the story. But some people who take a leap of faith and it's fucked. I'm just
taking a blind leap. Yeah, they're taking a blind leap a lot of time.
I'm lucky or I'm blessed or whatever type of word you want to put at it, man. But that's all it is, dog.
Yeah, just absolutely.
Yeah. There's a couple of agreements in here too.
But I'm a lover though. I'm a lover.
It's honestly like though what Chaotic said, because if you study somebody. Oh no, you're fine, baby. If you're studying somebody every day, you're getting to know them every day, then by the end of that day, you at least have a blueprint for what the next day is. Because hopefully ain't too many people out here just taking complete left turns on life, right? And I do feel like those people who get ignored in that being chosen every day and being studied every day are the ones that seem to be making a complete left turn when it's been going that way for a while, but nobody's paying attention, including their spouse.
We're going to close this up, and the reason why we're going to close this up because we have an interesting segue because we're going to talk about the other side of this next week. We're going to really touch base, and there's a gentleman that, although he made a hell of a comment. I'm going to post this comment. Keith, we're bringing you up here next week because this man he has an educational background on areas of improvement as Black men. We didn't sat here and saw a single man divorced. I'll just be talking shit, y'all. I will talk shit, but I know what I know, which is about 10% of what I believe and know.
Yeah.
And I'll just talk shit about the shit I believe. But we have men that have been successful in marriage. This man is distinguished, and I don't even know how to describe his stature in the military. He kind of blows it off with his roll eyes and shit. But he's also a married man. He lives in a different system. But then we have Keith that's coming up here, and he has his master's degree. He just got his master's degree, and I believe it's in counseling and psychology. and we're going to talk
He
about
is a social worker.
And he's a full-fledged social worker. And this
And
dude checked me for saying the R word. I can't even say it on here. But he's going, and it's things like that we're really going to touch base on as men, what it looks like to really serve, and what it looks like to surrender certain things in our beliefs and our knowing in order to maximize the end result.
Right.
We don't know it all, and we need iron sharpening iron. We need that cooling of the water of woman. We need all that. You know what I mean? So we got Keith coming up. We're going to talk about that. He's going to let us know some things that we just can't say and some things we just can't do no more. It's 2024, y'all. It's time to be a little bit more responsible, a little bit more, and a little bit more sovereign, and a little bit more, you know what I mean, at peace with yourself. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
We don't owe each other
nothing.
More
honorable out here.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up. Absolutely.
Behave. Act like you got some fucking sense and you'll be able to get results. But it takes fucking work. Y'all, that's my monologue. I'm fucking done. My co-host she get to wrap it up. This is her idea. She talked about surrender. I'm gonna wrap this up. Shaka, Martinez, bless y'all.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let y'all end the show, man. I'm out of here. It's been a pleasure.
All right, Shock. Thank you. Thank you, girl.
Bless to you.
I don't want no females coming after me because of the things that I said. Just take it with a grain of salt. Go with grace.
I love it. They better not come after my boo because you got backup out here. We ain't worried about them.
Is shit. I got backup. Her name is Martinez.
That part. So, play if you want to.
Boy.
Look, play if you want to.
Like a fat kid love cake. I love her. I love her.
I love you.
We'll talk to you soon. Yes, ma'am. All right, baby. Well, it's always good. It's always productive. I'm excited for the conversation. I really do feel like we have a great rapport with a great group of people to where we can actually start having conversations about solution. And it just, is a great, great feeling.
Absolutely. And I wish what we're going to do, and we're going to try some stuff coming up soon, y'all. We're going to be expanding the platform to, different areas, but we got to put in the work, and we need y'all support. So we're here every Wednesday, 7:30, and we're going to be talking about some shit. We're going to be real people in this real life. We have spirituality in us, but we deal with some real shit.
We deal with real shit.
And iron sharpens iron, and like I said, the cooling is the wisdom of the woman. That's what allows us to become who we are. It's just hot metal until you put it in that water. After you put the work in, you know what I mean? Then it becomes something. We got to do our part. And now it's a chance for the woman to understand their responsibility and do their part. I said I'd yield. I'm really going to yield now. Sorry.
No worries. You said it perfect. As long as we're all playing our position, the team wins. So stop trying to be a center when you really should be on the bench. I'm just saying. Everybody, we love y'all. We want you to be here with us every Wednesday at 7:30. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you, Chaotic, once again for your help, your love, your support, your sponsorship. We truly appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. 706, for the song. Feel free to look him up on YouTube. He's got a lot of great music as well. And I will see y'all soon. Love you, boo.
And shouts out to the IG family. We're going to put y'all out there. Listen, we're going to make sure we got y'all on there. Support and love.
Absolutely.
Light. Peace. This is Chess Not Checkers, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.